thanks for coming to our interview. It's our pleasure. You are among the 7 participants of Czech national final.
Yes,
yes, that's right.
So,
and it is actually our pleasure to be joining you. Where are you sitting right now?
We are in Belgrade, in Serbia.
Yeah. So you're at your place.
Yeah. We are at home. we got used to be at home at last year and a half. So
that's great.
Can you tell us about your motivation? Why do you want to go to Eurovision? What is your idea about it?
So it must have to do something with the personal relationship with the Eurovision as well. As a like for me in person, I grew up in Israel, so in Israel it's a big deal. Everybody likes Eurovision in Israel, and for obvious reasons.
You won in 2018.
Yeah, and Israelis won the Eurovision, I think 4 times. Somebody told me it was 4 times, during the last, I don't know, 40 years.
Yes.
So there's a big hype, around Eurovision every year, and families watch it together, and people celebrate it in the streets, and it's a big thing. So I grew up in this environment. That's one thing. And the more specific thing for me is that 3 years ago, me and my cousin did a music video as directors for Lake Malawi, the Czech band that represented the Czech Republic.
Great song, yes.
In Tel Aviv, with the song Friend of a Friend. And we were lucky enough to be part of the delegation back then. So we visited Tel Aviv and had a great time, and being able to see the live shows of the semi-finale and the finale in Tel Aviv. So I think maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, seeing the great production with the amazing crowd and the amazing audience, in the auditorium, it took place, seeing the great sound, the great lights, for the song that we were participating, that year, was something every artist must say to himself, maybe sing my song, any song that I will ever do, being staged like this one day may be amazing. But we didn't really say it back then. But I think, some process may have started.
And I have another answer to that question. If we didn't apply for Eurovision, you wouldn't call us tonight.
That's very probable.
So that's for me, that would be the most honest answer, because when you're from a country like the Czech Republic or Serbia, or whichever country of this size, you may build something that is, some kind of national career, but going abroad is much more complicated, and Eurovision is really helping. So even at this stage of the national finale, we keep getting, very nice feedbacks from all over Europe. Eurovision core fans calling us like you are right now, and, getting new followers on Instagram, new comments on YouTube under the single by now, which 1 week ago were all just in Czech, and suddenly you can see, messages from all over the continent or the world even. So that is just amazing, and I don't see how else we could have achieved this
international breakthrough. I actually agree, because I am doing this interview thing for a 3rd year, and I have an opportunity to talk with people from Portugal, Estonia, Moldova, Poland, Czech Republic, from everywhere around the world, people that I wouldn't probably ever meet if there isn't Eurovision. So Eurovision is actually connecting people on national basis. So I am really glad to have this opportunity to talk to you. But let's talk a bit about your song. Can you tell us a bit more about it, and music video as well?
So I'll tell about the song and you'll tell about the music video.
Yeah, why not?
Everything's fine.
So, so the song was, I wrote the song almost a year ago. I mean, lyrically, I wrote the song almost a year ago on Bali in January. We arrived to Bali in the beginning of January, and hours after we arrived, the borders of Bali and all the other borders everywhere else were closed, and the world fell into some kind of lockdown, and we found ourselves on Bali with no tourists at all. There was only Balinese people and some new sort of people that I didn't know before, that people call digital nomads, like people who have left their home country, their hometown, and traveled to the other side of the world to work a little bit from the computer, but mainly focus on different stuff, mainly focus on doing yoga, connecting to their inner child and trying to find inner peace. And I found these people very inspiring in terms of like the decision of someone to leave this path of life that we all go through, like this I call it the pyramid of Western values, like that we should climb, going to work every day and earn enough money and have
who survives.
Yes, trying to be a CEO of a big company in a cold city in a small apartment, and these people that we met in Bali, that were from all around the place, they were from all around the world. They all had one thing in common. They have left this path and tried to find another one on this island, focusing on something that maybe even more, that seemed to be way more important in life, healing the heart, being yourself, finding peace. And so the song is basically a love letter to a girl that decides to leave the cold city and the habits and the money and the hurry, and she goes to meet new people and heal her heart. And the song is written by someone who have stayed behind and and asks her questions. Yeah, asks her like, did you manage to heal her heart? That's the song.
And I actually felt some kind of peace when I have listened to your song. It was really, intense, and I was focusing, and everything. And can you tell us something more about the performance, live on tape performance? You are focused on each other during the song, and you are actually one of the Eurovision couples. So how do you feel about that and that emotion that you bring on stage?
Are you speaking about the live performance in the Czech television studio?
Yes, in studio, yes.
Well, to be honest, we didn't prepare anything. We took the flight in the morning from Paris to Prague, where we had spent 4 days without our children. So these were great 4 days where we rested a bit, but then we had to wake up at 5 a.m. to catch the flight, which we almost didn't. That was a bit stressing. Then we flew in, got a cab, and went directly to this Czech TV studios, where we only at that moment discovered the stage, which was basically
for the first time.
Yeah, which was basically nothing, but a perfect lighting. There was a great team of people around that had prepared it, and that prepared something slightly different for each act, but in the same space. And as you could see, some of the contestants already had a choreography or something really ready, which was not our case. So I don't really know how to answer the question, because what you see is the result of a pure improvisation. We had like 3, 4, maybe 5 rehearsals, in order to make sure we come from somewhere and end up somewhere. We were looking for for the best way to do this according to the conditions that were already in there. The only big issue we had was whether we would use in-ears, like, you know, in the ear, or not, whether we would have one mic or two, and that was it. And the rest of it is
just an improv.
Somehow us in the space. And then we had 5 takes, like 5 tries, out of which we had to choose one. Which was the same conditions for everyone. So, and if you're speaking about what we did in the end, and that it brings some emotion upon you, then it may be the result of a 13-year long-lasting emotion between the two of us. But we've been on stage so often together that even, you know, I would even say it's something fakeable at this point, but it was true that day.
Yeah, and that is the thing, you know, when people come to visit shows like Eurovision, they often search for emotion. You know, people are fed up of these shows and fireworks and lightnings and everything. So actually, in last couple of years, I have recognized that people are searching for these minimalistic things. So do you follow Eurovision at global point? Do you know some songs? Do you have favorite songs maybe and everything else?
Sure.
Sure.
Can you tell us which
we have
ones?
our favorite songs from previous years. I have I think we both like the acts that Slovenia is sending over and over, like every year.
Which are
it tends to be like indie pop.
Yeah.
Like there was this
Zala
song.
2019.
For example.
That's my favorite Eurovision song ever. Actually, I really like, and you reminded me on them with that chemistry. So I really love that song. And
are they a couple in real life?
Yes, they are a couple. I follow them on Instagram and all of social media, and I also watch their concerts, and they're I don't know. I like that chemistry between artists.
Yeah. But we also like the year before, or maybe 2 years before that, there was this Slovenian lady who's a producer. She had headsets and
I really like the song.
And she was singing "When You're Down, Down."
All of these songs had their own public, and for this Czech Republic contest, there are 3 segments of voting: international fans, Czech fans, and international jury. So, what do you expect from voting? Do you think about it? Are you bothered, like, how are we going to finish, or are you just, you know, like, let it be what it's going to happen?
Well, we like to do whatever we are able to do in favor of a good result. So we've done a big, you know, press tour in Czech media because that's something we can do, because we know the people and they are nice enough to have us. So that's one thing. The second is, you know, we just do music that we think is good music. That's the second thing we can influence. The third one is being ready for, you know, interviews such as this one, that we make time for this. And I think that's pretty much all we can do, right? So we have to know that we didn't underestimate the personal investment in, you know, letting people know who we are, what we do, why we do it. But then when it comes to the outcome itself, it's totally out of our hands and out of anyone's hands, basically. So
in terms of like expectations, you can't really, because the Czech audience has got only 25% of the voting, and then there is another 25% of the audience abroad,
international,
with whom we can try to communicate, you know, via Instagram and Facebook and stuff, but I don't know, you can't really grab it all. And then there is the jury that nobody knows who
jury
sits
is so
in.
unpredictable every year on Eurovision and everywhere. So jury, it depends about who is in jury. If it's somebody,
but we have no idea.
Yeah, and if it's somebody who likes, I don't know, rock songs, they will vote for rock. What do you plan after that?
Well, May
Music
or
or something
June,
else?
yeah, we're planning a release of a common album in the spring, May or June. And after that, we'll do a tour in the Czech Republic if the pandemia allows it.
We hope, really.
And this, yeah, and the same goes with the European tour that we would like to organize in the second half of next year around, European capitals. Again, if the pandemic is not, too harsh and the restrictions too restrictive. So yeah, we would love to go to Belgrade as well. I have some Serbian friends, and they've been telling me that Belgrade is a fantastic place,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
a
never
great
had the
city,
chance
and
to go.
we're waiting for you in Belgrade, hopefully on the next autumn.